Hi, welcome to my video. This is Anything to Wear, and I talk all things fashion. Except for this week, it's my birthday. Anyways, for this video, what I really want to do is kind of give you guys like a how-to on how to have a really good birthday in your mid to late 20s, because late 20s is obviously like a whole different phase of life that I'm entering and I'm really excited for. That being said, I think a lot of these tips are super applicable to other ages. This is just how I'll be making sure that I'm having a really wonderful birthday. So first thing on my list for how to make sure you have a good birthday in your late 20s is going to be plan your own birthday. I feel like that is common sense for a lot of people, but sometimes you need that reminder. I'm definitely honing in on that tip this year and making my birthday like a whole week-long event. When we allow ourselves to kind of have more of a passive experience for our own birthdays, in a lot of ways, we're almost setting ourselves up for disappointment, because whether you think your birthday is important or not, or whether you look forward to your birthday or not, innately, I think we all grant it some kind of importance where you're like, well, this day is literally about me. I was literally brought into this world today, and oh, I really wish that it looked like XYZ. If someone really loved me, if someone really knew me, my birthday would be exactly like this. There's also like this perception of, you know, if you're this person who makes their birthday a really big deal, it almost comes off as like kind of like cringy, or, oh, you're so conceited. Like, why are you going above and beyond for your birthday? It's almost like we're conditioned to believe that other people should be making our birthdays a big deal before we ever make our birthday a big deal, which is so not fun, guys. And I've definitely fallen victim to this pattern of thinking of like, well, I'll do something if my friends want to do something, or like, oh, nobody really reached out, so I guess I'm not going to do anything. And yeah, it kind of makes for like the perfect recipe for birthday blues. So when I sat down to plan my birthday, I thought to myself, what do I really want my birthday to look like, and how can I make that happen? First thing on my list is I really wanted a birthday party. I can't remember the last time I had like a cute little birthday party. Like, I've gone to dinner with friends, I have dinner with my family, but I haven't ever thrown myself a birthday party. So today I am correcting that and throwing myself a party, a craft party. I'm gonna have my group of friends come over and we're going to make little Coraline dolls that look like us. There's a lot I have to get done before 6 p.m. because that is when I said everyone needs to be here. I gave myself a very daunting task of making like all the dolls before my friends come over, so that all they have to do is like paint them and make the little outfits. I have exactly 1.5 dolls done, and I need to make 3 more. So I need to get started ASAP. So let's do that. I have one doll as reference to show you guys. It is scary. I hope you guys are ready. So this is her in all her greatness. I feel like it's not too bad. The other dolls will look a little bit different because I'm not making ears. I've decided the ears were so hard to make and I don't have time. So I'm going to keep the rest of them fairly simple, and I will take this doll for myself because it's my birthday. And now I'm going to make the rest of them. What happened? I thought they were dancing on.
Is this on?
Yes, it's on.
Ha ha ha.
Ooh, cute! I love it. Hey guys, it's Saturday. I wanted to show you guys what I got myself for my birthday. So this is kind of like another birthday tip. This is the very first year that I bought myself a birthday gift. I actually got myself 2 gifts because I went a little bit crazy. I had always loved the idea of kind of gifting myself something, but I never really did it because, you know, I buy myself things all the time. You know what I mean? I love to shop, I love to buy clothing. But this year I had super specific birthday wishes, and I felt kind of weird giving my husband like a wish list of what I want. And I thought, you know what? I'm turning 27 years old. I have free will and I'm gonna do it. And that's not to say you have to buy yourself like something super extravagant every year, obviously. Even if it's something small, I think taking the time to go shopping for yourself to commemorate a new era truly has been one of the most enjoyable things about my birthday month so far. And it was just so much fun to give myself permission to buy myself something this nice. So to ring in this age, I first got myself a new purse. This was originally going to be the only thing that I got myself. I was on the hunt for a very specific type of purse. One, I really wanted a brown purse. Another prerequisite for my bag was I wanted silver detailing, which is so much harder to find on brown than you think. And then last thing on my kind of wish list for my new bag was that I wanted something like really slouchy and big enough to fit my iPad. And I didn't have Madewell on my radar. I had seen that other people in the past have purchased pretty good bags from Madewell and the quality is always really good. Somehow it came to mind. I looked at their stuff and absolutely fell in love with this one. I'll insert the details in the description. This definitely checks every single box. Fits 1,000,001 things, including my iPad mini. And I don't like to be the person that's like, what's the bag of the fall? I say wear whatever the hell you want any time of the year. But if I had to pick what I think the bag of the fall is, ew, I hate saying that out loud, it's this one. So that was one of my birthday gifts for this year to myself. Then I went shopping with my friend and we did a little bit more damage. I went into Reformation just to window shop. I was just like, you know what? I know that there's a huge sale going on. I wonder if they stock any of their sale in person. And I kind of want to try things on. So we went and we were having so much fun dressing up. And I had requested these shoes in my dressing room so that I could try on my outfits. I was obsessed with them, but in my head, I'm like, surely I'm not gonna buy them. They're just kind of to complete the looks that I'm trying on. But then I slipped them on my feet, realized that they were the most comfortable pair of ballerina pumps I have ever slid onto my feet, and absolutely fell in love. So I ended up purchasing these little suede ballet pumps from Reformation. They're already a little bit dirty. And when I tell you the cost per wear on these already, I cannot keep these things off my feet. And I think I've only had them for like 2 weeks. It's ridiculous. I have worn these with so many outfits already and I did not have to break them in. Like the very first day I put them on my feet, perfect. I love them. I am so happy and just grateful that I got to get these birthday presents for myself. And like I said, obviously you don't have to completely break the bank to get yourself a birthday gift. It could be something as simple as like a book or a like hyper specific like wish list item that you don't think anyone's really thinking to get you. You're not getting any younger and the time to get yourself birthday gifts is getting shorter, unfortunately, because we're all dying one day. Sorry, that got really morbid really fast. We are leaving Houston so that we can go camping. Well, we will be glamping, of course. I have never been the type of person that has had a desire to go camping, like real camping. I really enjoy indoor plumbing and AC. What I'm trying to do is kind of act on one of the tips that I'm about to share with you guys for my birthday. I really wanted to try something new. I think after you hit your key early life milestones, like your 18th birthday, your 21st birthday, every birthday after that seems a little bit less important or worth celebrating, especially because we start or are conditioned to start to dread getting older. With that, if you're kind of treating every single birthday as an uneventful milestone, life starts to go by really fast. And then one day you wake up and you realize that, maybe you should have made more of a big deal out of every single one of your birthdays. Also, with kind of putting myself in a spot where I'm trying something new for my birthday, it makes me even more excited to celebrate because there's something really significant to look forward to. Just something that has been in the back of your mind, or maybe hasn't. Maybe it's a little bit more spontaneous. Maybe it's like visiting a new restaurant. Maybe it's like doing brunch for your birthday instead of doing dinner for your birthday. Anything to really shake things up and again, just give you something really exciting and new to look forward to. Who knew that I would willingly be in nature for my 27th birthday? I got to finish the 2 books that I was reading, and I think while on this trip, I'm going to start Butter just because that's top on my reading list. I did not get to dive into any of my Libby books that are available to be read because I didn't read fast enough, but it's okay. I have plenty of time to keep reading. Which brings me to my next birthday tip. I'm taking a couple of days off of work. I'm taking Monday through Wednesday off of this week. Again, I think because we all too often are kind of pressured to not make a big deal out of our birthdays. A lot of the time, people end up working on their birthdays. And I get it. Work is busy. And when your birthday's like on a random Wednesday, you're kind of just like, yeah, I mean, why the hell would I take off a random Wednesday just to celebrate my birthday? It's also, I find, like a little bit awkward when it's your birthday in the office. I don't know. There's a lot of pressure around that and trying to make it seem like your birthday's not that big of a deal. And, you'll get a range of reactions of like, oh, that's all you're going to do, or you should have taken off. And it becomes like this big, at least for me, I'm definitely overthinking it, like this semi awkward occasion. I think everyone in corporate America looks forward to having a day off, like a holiday day off. And if you take the initiative to make your birthday your own type of corporate holiday, it makes it all the much more sweeter and funner to look forward to. Well, with that, I think we're going to head out soon. Good morning. It's the next day. We've just gotten up and gotten ready. Now we're about to eat breakfast outside, which is just cereal and fruit. I've never tried this cereal. It's Alexis's childhood favorite, Life. So this will be my official review of Life cereal. I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10.
What?
Yeah, Kix is better.
Hell no.
Okay, so it's been a few hours since our last update. We went to the Blue Hole and we went for a really long walk. The wilderness was just radiating off of us and it was making me very self-conscious. So I changed and this is my outfit for popping into town. And then we're gonna have a cute little dinner cookout over here. If you're wondering for a how-to guide for how to inappropriately dress for camping, these are my top rules. Bring denim. Stiff denim that doesn't stretch. 2. Make sure you pack heels. Bonus points if they're suede. And then 3. A mesh shirt that also has no stretch. And that's exactly, ladies and gentlemen, how you inappropriately dress for a camping trip. Okay, we're getting ready to start our campfire. Guys, I need to show you guys my Adam Sandler fit. So I didn't bring enough clothes. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I packed. Clearly, I was in a different astral realm when I was putting together my suitcase. The jeans that I was wearing earlier today in my mind when I was packing, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna use the same jeans for when we come home to conserve suitcase space. It hit me that I don't have any clothes to like sit outside near the campfire, obviously, because they're gonna start to smell all smoky. Alexis had an extra pair of shorts in the suitcase because we weren't sure if we were gonna get to swim or not. So these are his swimming trunks. And I have my little ballerina shoes on from earlier. Again, because I didn't factor in the fact that Hey, maybe if I'm going to be standing in the wilderness, I should have shoes that can help me stand in said wilderness. Now, while we wait for the fire to really get going, I wanted to share another birthday tip with you guys. I feel like New Year's is usually the time of the year, or not I feel like, but I know it's usually the point in everyone's year where everybody sits down to kind of think about goal setting and what they want to do within the span of 365 days. I think another way to think about goal setting is actually to kind of maybe think of it from your birthday. I want to start definitely setting goals within the span of a year from my birthday. So I think, some people do this to a certain extent. Like I think earlier this morning, in fact, I saw someone on TikTok doing like 40 things before 40. So instead of kind of thinking like your window to set goals is limited to like New Year's, I almost feel like it's a little bit more meaningful to attach goals and milestones like that to your birthday. So, for example, for me, I want to set my goal for 28 to be traveling to Europe. I'm going to try and save up all year. I look at Alexis as I say that because I'm notoriously a bad saver. Goals can come in all sizes, right? Maybe your goal is like, I really want to run a 5K before I turn my next age, or I really want to learn how to knit, or whatever, whatever that goal looks like for you. In the same vein with a lot of these tips that I'm giving out, it gives you something to chase all year. And by the time you turn your next stage, you can look back and go, wow, I did a ton this year. And I found a way to look forward to this era of my life. So that's my goal. And hopefully, you guys stick around long enough to watch me accomplish it because I'm definitely going to make it happen. Oh my God, it's getting hot out here. That fire is working. It's time to clock into the kitchen.
Oh my god, that's like an ice melt.
Okay, it is officially the last day of my trip and the last day of this vlog. The very last tip that I will leave for you guys is either start or stick to a tradition. I started this tradition last year where I would write 10 things down that I learned throughout the year leading up to my birthday. So I did 10 things that I learned at 26, and this morning I just finished writing down 10 things that I learned at 27. I'm someone who definitely does already a lot of journaling. It's a lot of self-reflection and kind of more writing about what I'm reading on a day-to-day basis. I don't know, it definitely makes me a little bit more sentimental doing something like this where I think back to everything that I've done in the last year and what meant the most to me and what were my biggest life lessons. And to be honest, a lot of it isn't anything groundbreaking. But, after living another year of life, I can now attest to the fact that these things are true, at least for me and everything that I've experienced. So with that, I will close out the video. All right, that's it. Bye.